Come on. Mm,
Mm. Hola.
look who's back.
Yake, Janet.
Dang.
Kunumonte. Madawaka.
Kikadoos.
Kikadoos.
I'm trying to.
Halitos. Yo. Ansti Hunterish. Good morning. Good morning. Coming live from 1950 South Shepherd here in Hell Reno, El Ghetto.
Stongo.
Stongo. Stongo. Stongo. Oshkin Yacha. Stongo at the sky. Stongo lo es. Stongo lo es.
Stongo West. Gotcha. Thanks for teaching me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's good to have you back. And give us
Mado,
an update.
Mado, Mado. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yesterday I had a laser surgery. To stop the bleeding, and I can already see the improvement. But I probably will have I still have the detached retina, so I probably will have the big surgery coming up. I go back Monday, so if you could, keep me and my family in your prayers. But yeah, I feel good though. Feel good. It's a beginning. It's a beginning in the right direction, and that's way more than I had going on like a month ago.
Yeah. I think
You
you'd be
know,
amazed to see how many people are showed some concern for you.
appreciate that. I mean, I truly am. I still don't know how to handle that.
Yeah.
You know, um, but I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. They're gonna have a sweat for me Sunday, as a matter of fact.
That's awesome.
My sister and my brother-in-law, they thought enough of me to go ahead and have a sweat for me. So I'm just blessed all the way around. You know, because I'm not even gonna lie. I'm thinking like, like, is it over? You know what I mean? Like, am I gonna have to stop doing what I'm doing? Is like, am I not gonna be able to support my family anymore? And all these things are like going across my mind. But I believe in our ways. I've turned my will over to the Creator. 3.5 years ago. So it seemed like whatever He allows in my life, then but fortunately, I feel like there is a solution, and that, like I was saying, that's way more than what I had going on a month ago.
Yeah. I and believe it or not, I don't think that we could get rid of you just because your eye doesn't work.
Oh.
Because your mouth is still going to be able to work. That's all we're worried about.
Hey, that's cool with me.
Yeah, I'll be like, hey, Barry, there's 5 people in here.
Stongo David. But I just feel fortunate. You know, I I've had the pity party. Where and luckily Nat was right there to like pick me up, and she's like, we can't live like that.
Right.
We can't live in that fear. Look how hard you work to get out of that. So I mean, I needed that. I needed to hear that. I'm definitely blessed. Definitely blessed. So, I'm just fortunate, very fortunate. I just want to say thank you to everybody that kept me in their prayers. Just had a good word of encouragement. I mean, it means a lot to me. It means more than you think. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, I think it's crazy to think that, we kind of have our own little prayer circle going now with everybody that watches us. And like we talked about a little bit yesterday, is like, man, I was like, there's actually people now that are reaching out to us to make sure that they are getting those prayers, because we talk about how important it is and
Oh
how we
yeah,
start our
definitely.
days with it. And to know that there's people out there that are sharing that concern, and knowing that you're probably going through a hard time, and that they're going to be praying for you, that's a big deal, man. I was like, I know it alleviates a lot of worry for me. And to know that, I have brothers and I have people I can rely on to be able to do that for me is, that's good. That's good. So
Definitely, definitely, definitely blessed today. So what else? What the hell y'all been doing since I've been
Oh my
gone, huh?
goodness. Yeah, we're writing for grants left and right.
Good morning, Frida.
Mingo's been here for about 4 hours since you've been gone. So
Oh, for the people.
you get
It's
here.
for the people.
Yeah, you get here through lunch today. You've been here more than he has the last 2 days.
Mingo, he dances for the people,
Yeah.
He wins in his heart. So yeah, I mean, I watched y'all yesterday. Just kind of, y'all did a good job,
Oh, thank you.
yeah.
Well,
Hopefully Mingo gets to feeling better, that's my little brother.
yeah.
That's my little bro.
And our princess is out representing us still today, dancing at all the Weatherford schools. So Native American Heritage Month. It's always a busy time for Mingo and for everybody else that's out there representing us, showing off who we are. So that we are still here, according to Miss Carly flying out.
Oh yeah.
Morning, brother Drew. Good morning,
Brother
Mom.
Drew.
Mama Leanna.
Good morning, Leanna. So what else we got going on? Anything coming up? Anything Weatherford Jam?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Well, Weatherford Jam, youth powwow, big deal. That's a very big deal. Oh, good morning, Nat. Yeah. Yaki Earl.
Good morning, Nat. Haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
Morning, Carrie. Morning,
Good
brother
morning,
Earl.
Carrie.
It's good to see you
Good
guys.
night. Good night.
Oh my goodness.
So, Mr. So, what else we got? Is that it?
That's all that's going on the rest of this week. Yeah.
Next week's pretty slow. What day is that on?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
So we didn't know if you were
So
gonna make it.
schedule my surgery after Tuesday. Yeah, schedule it for Wednesday.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. Go ahead, get Zach.
No. Boy, you act like you don't need to get that surgery as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's all we were saying is like we need to make sure that he's not trying to be stubborn Barry and that he needs to be taking care of himself. And we're like, man, we're sure glad that Nat's around because we could talk to her and be like, make sure that he does this and make sure he does that. Because he'll be like, I can
Showing up.
yeah, I can halfway see.
I hanging out.
I still got to do the live.
Set me somewhere. Put a mic in front of me and let me go.
Just be like, oh yeah, you're live right now. Don't worry about it.
Hell with y'all, man.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, we did. Had a panel. Had a panel at the 988 Summit, which is kind of crazy because we have a 988 program. But I mean, I thought it was cool that they wanted us to get up there and tell a little bit about our program. Which, I mean, I'm not trying to blow our own horn, but we're kind of the tour program in Oklahoma, which is pretty awesome. Is that just the Oklahoma?
Yeah, tribal ones, yes.
So yeah, that was pretty awesome. I mean, uh yeah. I'm half blind, right? Anyways, and then I got the eye problems, and then I get there with Domingo trying to follow him, and he just like takes off on me, and I'm just like standing there by the door. But
That dude walks like 50 miles.
yeah, he was.
Like I could try to walk fast and I can't keep up with that guy. So but yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, when we showed up and you were just sitting there, we're like, is he okay?
I was gonna walk outside, then I walked into this barrier, and I was like, "Well, no, forget that."
Yeah. So
But yeah, it was a great experience. Great experience. I think that's one thing. I was thinking about last year when we had our overdose event in Clinton, and y'all were like, "Yo, you got to get up there and talk." And I remember just trying to keep it short and sweet, and like just like, "Oh, hey, my name's Barry Botone," yada yada yada. Like as soon as I got in, like I was trying to get off the mic. Now I like now I'm like, yeah, now I won't shut the hell up. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'm just I actually see I see the progress in the work that we're trying to do. And how we're trying to create like this environment where it's where we're not afraid to talk about these things. So just like today's reading, I found my purpose in life. So I love it. I love it. I love the fact that I'm not scared to talk about, how from tearing it to sharing it. Uh I used to be towed down. I was
I remember.
but I think about that personal growth, how I've grown mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally.
You said physically.
I'm not about to blow away no more. you know uh and I would have to say the most important place that I feel like I've grown is not only emotionally but spiritually. I mean, I lived in that fear. I definitely lived in that fear, and I'm not afraid today. Here I am, like, good morning, Cat. Here I am, like, was thinking about, am I going blind? You know what I mean? But then I also wasn't afraid. I ain't gonna lie though. After the laser surgery, they put so many bright lights in your eyes that you can't even like register regular lights. Like he's like, let me turn on the light, and he turned, and I'm like, nothing. You know what I mean? Like nothing. And I had to, grab Nat and follow her. Like was literally blind. And I don't know, just something about having that faith.
Yeah.
Understanding that there's something greater than me that has control, and I had, it's just part of giving up my will. Good morning. How do you all Karen? Auntie Karen. Factor. That's a hell of a name. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning.
Thank you. From the red cap to the red road.
Yeah, I was toe down. Toe down.
Oh, damn.
Toe up from the flow up. And just to be able to be here today, just being able to have this opportunity, I got to give all credit. All credit goes to the creator, Mahio. That's I found my purpose. We're not even sharing about the.
I know that you got your laser. How many people got their Caudays on today?
I know, right? Well, I didn't know you wore thongs, Carmelo, but
Well, I was waiting. Yeah, it's Casual Friday. It's definitely Casual Friday. After seeing Mike Tyson, I was like, if that man can do it, I can do it. So I was happy about it. Yeah.
Last night, me and my daughters, they were all sitting in my daughter Hallie's room, and I go in there, and they're like, I'm telling them about the surgery. My granddaughter walks up. And, I'm still having trouble focusing. And my granddaughter walks up and like surprises me when she touches my legs. I'm like, oh, I didn't even see her. And my daughter looks at me like, dang, Dad, you're just getting old. And I'm like, I start swinging like, I still got it. And my other daughter says, Mike Tyson.
I know.
I said, I'm going to walk her off like him.
Woke up this morning out of bed just like that. See, even Nat said your buns was out.
Buns out, guns out.
Crazy, man.
So, should we go and jump into this reading?
Yeah, we can. Still in the fall time, fall meditations. Today is November 22nd, all day. Um, we're still, 28 days, 29 days away from winter time. So be preparing for that. But let's go ahead and get into this. It's the most precious thing to know absolutely where you belong. There's a whole emotional wrapping around of you here. You see the same rock, tree, road, clouds, sun. You develop a nice kind of intimacy with the world around you. To be intimate is to grow, to learn. It is absolutely fulfilling. Intimacy, that's my magic word for why I live here. That's Tessie Naranjo, Santa Clara Pueblo. Every human being, to be mentally healthy, must have a feeling of belonging. When we have the feeling of belonging, we can be intimate, we can feel, we connect. If we cannot develop this feeling of belonging, then we will feel lost or disconnected. To be disconnected from life is like walking around during the day not knowing the sun exists. To have the feelings of intimacy is warm, glowy, joyful, loving, and connected. The feeling this elder is talking about is available to everyone. Great Spirit, let me be intimate. That's a good one today. But with that, I'll pass it over to you, Mr. Botone,
Mado.
Mr. Bojo.
Appreciate you reading that, Mr. Rebellis. You know what came to mind was, it talks about belonging. I remember a time where I was lost, completely lost. I didn't know which way was up. I used to have this saying is like, I quit getting high, I just never come down. That sense of being in my own skin, I couldn't stand it. That feeling of just being lost in every which way you could think of. I mean, I was suffering in all phases of my life. And it took a lot. It took a lot for me to finally reach my bottom. Your bottom may look a lot different than my bottom. I was on the verge of, I was to the point where I was asking the creator, to go ahead and take my life because I can't stand the suffering that's going on, anymore. I couldn't stand it anymore. And I remember that prayer is just, either take my life or give me a chance, and it took me it took me having to give up my will, go to treatment and find another way. What I found on the other side was that peace that I had been looking for, trying to fill that hole, to make me feel whole. I feel like I found it, or I found pieces of it. I was able to, the more and more work that I put in, the more and more that I worked on myself, because this is an inside job. The more and more that I worked on myself, the more and more that I found this piece after piece after piece. And, things began to come together. Things started working out. Things started taking me to a place that I've never been before. I've never been here in my life. I still have some, you know, um, I question myself once in a while, but then, it takes me having to sit down and learning how to get out of the creator's way, to allow him to do his work. I can't take credit for anything. I can't take credit for all the blessings that's been happening in my life. I got to give it all to Mahio. I got to give it all to the creator, the great mystery. I've been able to come to this place in my life where I finally understand what I'm here for, and that's to help other alcoholics and other addicts. Man, the joy that I get out of just being able to connect with the person on that level and realize that we came from the same place, mentally, spiritually, man, I thought, you know, I didn't think there was any way out. I thought death was the only way out. But what I've been able to find is happiness. What I've been able to find is love. What I've been able to find is like this intimacy that I never knew existed. Because the crazy thing about the creator is that the worst thing that can ever happen to you in your life can also become the most beautiful thing that ever happened to you in your life without even changing the situation. I mean, without even changing the situation, the worst thing that ever happened to me, that gift of desperation, well, you turn it around and you see how it was an opportunity and a sign from the creator that something's got to give. Why is it that I keep, how do I keep getting in God's way? An alcoholic's, their first dilemma is their lack of power. And once I did the work to realize that, you know what? I keep thinking I'm God. I keep playing like I'm God. And I go about life like I need to have everything to do with every little aspect of my life. Well, where's the faith at? Where is the faith? If I believe in the creator, then why can't I and just sit down and watch things materialize in my life? You know, um, and being able to finally do that, I mean, I've found this happiness that I never knew existed. I found this love for life that I never knew existed. I found all these great, this great community, this recovery community that surrounds me. We're everywhere. I used to think, like, how do these people go on without smoking weed? How do these people go on without taking a drink? Or, now I'm 3.5 years sober. Um, thank you, Aunt Pam. Uh, it's been amazing. It's been amazing to be on this side of it. It didn't just fall in my lap though. It took work. It took work, and like I keep saying, I gotta let God do for me what I couldn't do for myself. And for that, I am beyond blessed. I am beyond grateful for everything that has happened in my life, good or bad. Good or bad. Because I've been able to use the bad as it didn't happen to me, it happened for me, so I can share these experiences with another alcoholic addict, and they can see that if they get out of God's way, that this thing can work. That's been probably the most important lesson that I've learned. So with that, I'm gonna hand it back over to your brother. Short and sweet.
I don't know about short part, but
I am
no,
short.
there was
Yeah.
yeah. There
Kettle black.
there was a statement in the reading today that connected with me more than the rest. It's to be disconnected from life. It's like walking around during the day not knowing the sun
Yuck it,
exists.
Kenny.
And I think as people in general, as human beings, we go through life searching for a connection. And the first connection we learn is with our parents. If that tie is ever severed, start trying to find a different connection. That's why we find friends. Beyond that, you start developing. If you're an athlete, you find sports, you find teams that you start connecting with. Um, but a lot of people don't realize is that when you start developing into these and you become intimate with these different communities, because I can guarantee you there's stuff about people on my basketball team to this day in high school that know more about me than some of my family does because of the things that we all did together, because you allowed yourself to open up to some of them more than what you did with the rest of the school or whatever. And so with that comes um, you searching for these different communities and things that are that you can become intimate with. And as we know from in recovery, we search for that same kind of community. We search for people that if you're an alcoholic, you always know where all the other alcoholics are. If you're addicted to any other drugs, you always know where those people are, and you always surrounded yourself with those same like-minded people, and you allowed a type of intimacy to be around those type of people because you were a totally different person at the time, and they knew more about you than anybody else was ever going to know about you. And so the same concept goes along with us now being in recovery, and to share who we are now and to develop the communities that we're developing. And we see it now, and I think sometimes it's not overwhelming, but man, it's a blessing to see how many people and the community that we have that's growing, and the intimacy that's actually being able to be had, and to see people sharing in the way that they are, to where we're having to line up uh, 5 nights of speaker nights to where people can share their stories, because it's a real testimony, man. It's a testimony for people to be able to come and see how far they've come, and to allow other people to hear it. And so I'll give an example right now. Is my brother had to go and have a liver transplant. um, Through God's grace and love, and through his faith, he was able to come through that. But he still has health issues, and he still has to go and deal with stuff. I said, but he hasn't lost his faith, and he has his community. He has the community of his family supporting him, and tons of other people that are praying for him all the time. And so he's going to have that ability to come back and be able to share that, and to show that, hey, I relied on God to be able to lead me through this process. No matter what trial it is that I'm going through, I was able to rely on that. And so that intimacy that you develop with your family, with communities that we are actively involved in, and they can be bad communities too. And I think that people need to realize that, and that as we continue to grow, as we continue to try to find the groups that we want to be involved in. I mean, we always talk about, we never thought that us four would be where we are today, and the community that we've kind of developed in within ourselves. And now we're going out and we're doing the Gord Clan stuff, and how big that community's growing. And to see that just that we're able to share and know that, I mean, I don't think you guys might not realize it, but I rely on y'all. And um because you bring laughter to my life. You bring joy, and it may not seem like it, but sometimes work can be a break. Yeah, it can be therapy away from the craziness of normal life. And I think that's the community that we're building is amazing. It's a blessing. We're constantly growing it. We're doing it through social media now. We never thought that was going to be able to happen. um, it's just to be able to break it down to where there was points in times where we were walking around disconnected, and we are trying to figure out who we were. And now that we're finally finding out who we are, we can finally start sharing who we used to be, and how far we've come and how far we're growing, and to fully understand that we don't know everything. that we're still learning, and we're still uh, wanting to gain knowledge from others that are in our community, so we can share a better testimony, so we can share in a better way. And um, so I think that's a big part of who we are and how we're trying to develop ourselves. And that goes along with anybody that's in the recovery community. So, um, but yeah, that's my short and sweet statement today.
Aho, kickadoo, Sharon. Thank you for your comment.
Yeah.
And sending prayers for your son, Frida. If everyone could say, Frida's a good, well-brided sister. So if everyone could say a prayer for her son for quick healing. And yeah, that was a good share. That was a good share.
I
Well,
thought if maybe we need to have like our own little prayer board or something for everybody that's always on there, even if it's just like a little dry erase board, so we can always have it up. Yeah, just hold it up in front of the camera. But yeah,
Mado.
all right. Shall we run into announcement?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
You can't see him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
You've
can
been
see,
lying
but,
about stuff.
but I got them down by memory.
Oh, okay. Talkspace. Make sure you guys are signing up. Make sure you're joining. It's free counseling, free mental health therapy. I know that there's some of us that use it just to have someone else to talk to instead of each other. Yeah, decompression is definitely a key part of, especially in the line of work that we do. We hear some crazy stories. We hear some sad stories. So it's just a way for us to be able to have someone else we can vent to decompress, to just kind of relieve some of that, sometimes that burden that's on our shoulders. And so make sure you're signing up with Talkspace Go. We have Talkspace Therapy, 2 video sessions a month, unlimited messaging. Go to www.talkspace.com/CHA tour. Make sure you're typing in that organizational code RESTORE, so then it'll be free. Um, we want to have the problem that we don't have enough space for people, so make sure you guys are signing up. Make sure your kids are signing up as long as they're 13 and up.
Free online counseling.
Yep. So that's Talkspace.
Text TOR, TOR, to 888-580-4TOR. Shout out to Brand Logics. Text TOR to 888-580-4867. That's our free messaging service. It gives you updates on our meetings, on our Res Covery, Gord Clan, on all our updates, like what we do as a program and as a Gord Clan. So shout out to Brand Logics.
Weatherford JOM powwow this weekend on Saturday. Yep, at Weatherford Middle School. Make sure you're going out and supporting. Our princess will be there. Some of our other Gord Clan members will be there. Mr. Terry Lindsay's their honored educator. He's the one who started Terry Tuesday, him and Darian, going out and buying the shirts on the same
Big Terry and Baby Terry.
So make sure you are going out there and supporting. They're going to have all kinds of arts and crafts vendors and things, and we're sponsoring the teens and the what is it, the cloth and buckskin contest. Yep. So make sure the Gord Clan sponsoring those contests, so make sure you're going out there supporting. It's our updated Circle of Giving flyer. We're going to have a benefit dance / social dance / toy drive. Make sure you're coming out, and that's on December 7th in Geary, right after the tribal council meeting.
Not Gary, Geary.
Geary.
G-Town.
So make sure you're coming out. Come shake some gourds with us. We'll be out there and doing some social dancing. I don't know if you follow our Facebook, you've seen our little Santa sleigh race that we're trying to accomplish. Fun times.
Go.
Chimpanzee.
That's what we said. But yeah, that's one of the contests we're gonna have. We have several other contests that are gonna be happening. But if you come out, $10 $10 toy or a $10 cash donation, we will put you into a raffle for a 65-inch TV or some bikes or a cedar box. So make sure you're coming out. He was like, "Hey, we have the same earrings on and everything," and I was like, "I didn't even notice that." That's funny. Oh yeah, we just added a chili cook-off. I think $100 for the winner. So you guys,
Really?
yep.
I might have to win that. Hmm.
Hmm. Hmm. That's Barry throwing down. Make sure if you guys can beat him, that means he has to be taken off the judge list. So,
Can't nobody beat me at making chili, bro.
ooh, there's the challenge.
Better bring it.
There's the challenge.
Y'all like spicy chili?
I don't. I don't think you should. I don't think you should make chili unless it's spicy.
Really? Hmm. Hmm.
That's the same thing with tamales for me. Like, why would you have tamales unless you have spicy tamales?
You ever eat a sweet tamale?
Yes, they're awful.
Do you know they have strawberry ones at Tequila Plata? Taco Tuesday. Well,
Strawberry ones.
yes, we are having a chili cook-off.
Yeah.
December 7th at the Give Miles ERC. Bring your chili, man, at 5 o'clock. Come line it up with mine. You know,
Just
we'll see
scared
what you
everybody
got.
off. Now they're like, "Oh, Barry's gonna make some. I'm not gonna make any."
Hey, I'm a chef, bro. I be getting down with one eye.
He'll be telling.
I'm always aiming. I'm
he'll just be
always
like, "Hey,
aiming.
Natalie, cut that. Put that. Put that, put that in
Yeah,
the pot."
that's right. That's right.
All right.
All right, on Mondays here at 1950 South Shepherd at 7 o'clock, we have a Mending Broken Hearts talking circle. If you know anybody or even you are dealing with grief, it gives you a healthy way to deal with it. I mean, I didn't know how big grief was in my life and how unhealthy I was going about it. I mean, that has a lot to do with my recovery.
Your wife's talking crap.
And then Tuesday nights at
You're
721
gonna talk back to her.
721 Frisco Avenue in Clinton, they have a talking circle at the public library at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, he's gone soft.
And then on Thursdays here at 1950 South Shepherd, we have a talking circle here at 7 o'clock at 1950. Every Thursday and then Friday nights, there is a 12-step meeting here at 1950 South Shepherd here at 7 o'clock. All our meetings are at 7. So whether they're in here at the office or they're in Clinton or, you know, wherever they may be at, they all happen at 7 o'clock. Weatherford meeting starts December 5th. So be looking out for the flyer for that, for the Weatherford area. You know, go get some healing in, man. Go, you know, you got to start somewhere. I will talk to you later, Natalie. Yeah.
You'd be like, "Is yours really better? Because I won't even put mine in there.
Yeah, babe, you're just so much better.
We'll just say that yours is mine, and then I'll split
Yeah.
the money with you."
Yep, that's right.
Oh no, I try to call her. Yes. So, upcoming event December 16th through the 20th, we are doing 5 days of tearing it to sharing it. That'll be speaker nights December 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. We have a great lineup of ladies that are going to come out and share their stories. We're excited to announce that Cassandra Frazier, Tatum Escott, Natalie Harjo, Brittany Levi, and Mona Condole will be coming out to share their stories, their experience, strength, and hope with us.
All women?
All women.
Wow, that's powerful.
So,
Oh, Boris. Oh.
figure we probably need it before
Ollie.
everybody leaves for Christmas.
Good morning, Carissa.
So, we're going to be having that. We can't wait. Of course, it'll be live streamed on our
Morning,
Facebook and
Teresa.
our YouTube
Don't go.
every single night. So we're excited for that. We've been kind of planning it, trying to plan it for the last 2 months, but things just fell into place to where it was going to be better for us to do that now before the end of the year. So it'd be great. Yep. Yep. Auntie's week.
Golden Antes.
Auntie's week.
That's what we should have
Yeah.
Right, well,
Just named it.
No, no, Barry's not going to allow Natalie to be called an auntie. You know that. She's
She's
off
auntie.
the auntie
She's
list.
auntie.
She's not a single auntie. I'll just tell you that.
Still an auntie. Still an auntie. She wants to know if we put beans in our chili. In CNA country.
It depends.
I mean, you got to, right? I mean, so good. So, yep. Leave it up to Daniel Givens to name it. He knows about some aunties. Hey, Daniel knows
If
about
we do
some
that, we're going to
aunties.
have to have an uncle's week.
Ooh. Funkles.
Funkles. Oh,
What else we got?
I think that's it as
I
far as
believe
our
that's
announcement.
it.
So
Good morning, Aunt Jessie. Okay. Well, I got an appointment Monday, so I don't know what that looks like. I'm actually waiting on the call now. So I don't know. Maybe depending on what time the appointment is. I mean, but I'm just blessed. I get to come back and do this thing. Like I always say, I can't take credit for any of this. It's all the creator. And as long as he's gonna allow it, then I'm gonna keep showing up.
Nat, make sure he ain't trying. If he's supposed to be at his appointment, don't let him.
Oh,
come up
she ain't
here
gonna let me
live.
no. That keeps me on track.
Just making sure, because
That is
we weren't even gonna. We were like, well, don't even try to text Barry. Just text Natalie and find out what's going on.
Yeah, I was like completely blind yesterday.
Craziness, man.
Oh no, we ain't gonna talk about those. We ain't gonna talk about those audio.
Yeah,
That's whenever I should be driving everywhere and nah.
just had it happen. Uh-oh.
Well, Belinda the chimpanzee just walked in. Can you let a chimp holler
wow.
go real fast? Oh, she gotta be on a sled. Yeah, just go get on it and let a
Oh my goodness.
chimp war cry go. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Well, Jericho, you
her
already know
crying
who that
around
was.
this morning.
We appreciate everybody that tunes in.
Yes.
Hopefully be back next week. If not, then say a good prayer for your boy. I appreciate it.
Every day, every day.
Every day. So Mado.